Hello, my name is Marissa Hill, and I'm actually a student at NAU working towards my bachelor's in business administration. I'm going to be covering a case called Apple Outsourcing in China, I Sweatshop. This is located on page 421. It's going to be located in our book, Understanding Business Ethics. So a little bit about the case is Apple's outsourced their manufacturing for the iPhones and iPods, and pretty much what happened is detrimental. It's crazy that it happened at one of the hugest, it's one of the largest manufacturers in actually called Foxconn. They actually had a banner that they hung said, "Work hard on the job today or work hard to find a job tomorrow." That tells you a lot. So pretty much what the workload would, or the conditions that were located in Foxconn were pretty much daily production of 61,644. That's iPads, iPods, all of those things. There was over 200,000 employees. They had dorm sizes that actually fit 20 people, and they actually only had 3 bedrooms inside. So the conditions were just horrible. They weren't allowed, there was no allowed outside visitors, so it wasn't a place where, you could live and people could come visit you. It wasn't anything like that. They pretty much made $50 a month, and they worked 15-hour days. They pretty much had to stand still for most of the day, and if they didn't, they were actually punished, which is crazy to me. So pretty much what I have is a couple of questions that I'm going to answer for you. So the first question is, do the outsourcing issues face Apple really concern consumers? Pretty much what I would think is it does affect consumers in a whole different way. Consumers actually can place themselves with the new generations that are coming up. We want change, and a big thing is knowing that our companies that we support are supporting what we think as well. So we want to see that, we're doing better by purchasing this instead of doing worse. And I think that's the way that Apple is making it look like. It's looking like, okay, well, you're paying for this Apple, and here we are allowing them to pretty much hire this many people to work $50 a month, and they're literally in a crazy big area. They have a small section just located for them. There's nothing good that we're doing for them. It's all bad. So that would be one of the concerns I would say as a consumer. Another is if they did go somewhere else to manufacture their phones, there could be a price range change. Would that be better? Yes, because we want to see that the people who are making our phones are also being able to become better as people. So the next thing is I'm gonna pretty much comment on the supplier responsibility report. They pretty much did this after Steve Jobs died. Tim Cook joined the global companies, and they revealed that 108 companies that did not pay employees for overtime. The numbers were ridiculous, and pretty much what Tim Cook wanted to do was trying to change it so that they didn't have detrimental things that would happen like that did at Foxconn. So pretty much what happened at Foxconn is a couple of the employees actually committed suicide. They were injured by the fumes that they were breathing in daily. Some of them had nerve damage, permanent, and also paralysis, which is crazy to me. But that was one thing that they did try to change. They tried to input a environmental health safety program, and also a Clean Water Act, which is what Apple did try to implement to make things better. So the next question is, since Steve Jobs' death, it appears that Apple has become more transparent. And I would agree. I do believe that Tim Cook wanted to pretty much change it so that it wasn't such a sweatshop. They wanted to make things known because they wanted people to realize that some of the things that were published that were incorrect. So I believe that that was a great way to implement by, implementing something like environmental health safety program, and just trying to make it known that they're not all about, making money, which is what it kind of looked like in the most part. Also, the last question is going to be, should Apple have any responsibility in the events at Foxconn? And I completely believe that they are completely fully responsible. I believe that if you're going to take your business somewhere else to get it manufactured, I believe that you should be doing something great for that area. If you're not, then you don't belong there. And I believe that it's just crazy to me that you would want your company to have that background, or to know that, we're not doing good for others. And even though, they're trying to implement it other places, it's not necessarily the best way by just getting a phone, just having like the lowest price on their manufacturing, because then once they can actually sell the device, they're making buku bucks, which is just crazy to me. So that would be one thing that I would think that they should completely take 100% responsibility, and especially to those people who lost their lives or are detrimentally mental. It's all in their head. Gosh, I can't even think of it. Their mentality's gone. Like it's a hard situation just because of how they were treated in one place that they thought, was trying to do better by them, which obviously was very harsh conditions. So that is my presentation. I actually believe that all of my classmates share the same opinion in something like this. They believe that I would believe that they would think that, Apple needs to step it up and make sure that this isn't happening when they are outsourcing to other places. And if that is the case, they need to do completely better, and they need to make their environment better also over there, and make sure that their rules do apply here and there. And they need to enforce them and make sure that they're in complete control, because they're 100% responsible for that. All right, well, that's me. Thank you.